There are many benefits to reconciliation, but the things that come to mind for me are that it promotes cultural awareness and an understanding of the history of our First Nations people. It also creates opportunities and the ability to build stronger relationships. And that is vitally important when we're creating communities and doing what we do in creating smarter, happier and stronger neighbourhoods. When I think of our 4 values, I think it aligns with all of them, but in particular, the value of respect and collaboration.
Having a reconciliation action plan and thinking about reconciliation in our projects is fundamentally about doing the right thing. We're working on land that's been cared for by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples for tens of thousands of years, and acknowledging that matters. It's not just about respect, it actually helps us build stronger connections with communities, create better designed places, and work more meaningfully with traditional owners. Internally, it helps build a more inclusive culture where we're all learning and growing together. Having a RAP isn't just a formality, it's something that shapes how we work, who we work with, and the kind of impact we want to have.
The thought process on the vision for the new RAP document was to build upon our already strong foundations created in the last Reconciliation Action Plan and to overlay Frasers' core business function, which is to build and shape the urban landscape. With this vision, we have tried to create it in a way that can be embedded within Frasers' culture and support staff to bring to us key initiatives that they may feel strongly about. The new vision for the Reconciliation Action Plan is really important to me because as an Indigenous woman that works in development, I understand that we have a really strong responsibility to both support greater opportunities for Indigenous people and communities, but also to establish really strong relationships while we are shaping the urban landscape. Being part of the Reconciliation Action Plan group and being able to support creating a vision allows me to better understand what my role and my responsibility is in supporting reconciliation, both within our organisation but also the larger industry.
In implementing the engagement framework on our latest project in Horsley Park, it was important to work with an Aboriginal-owned consultancy to ensure we are engaging with the traditional owners in a respectful and collaborative way. By undertaking this engagement early in the project, we are creating meaningful relationships which will have a positive impact on the lifespan of the project. By considering connection to country, we have the opportunity to learn from traditional owners and work towards our reconciliation targets. In consulting with Darug traditional custodians on our latest project, we strive for design and development outcomes to honour Darug heritage, respect cultural practices, and foster a sense of place for the community.
Considering reconciliation in community development is important, mostly because it represents one of our core values of including everyone in the way that we do things, of valuing everyone's opinion, of valuing the history of a place. And it's through the knowledge, through the learning, through everyone co-designing the space that we create a strong sense of belonging in our communities and how people shape their future together. One fulfilling moment where reconciliation and community development came together is through the introduction of our Bridge-based program at Brookhaven. Our facilitator, Arita, just has a beautiful way of softly introducing Indigenous culture through connection to nature. It's just a beautiful way of bringing it together, linking community with culture, with respect for nature, and just showing how we can celebrate it in a very easy and soft way.
Well, really, the role that everybody can play in implementing a RAP within an organisation is to be involved. It's all about inclusivity, and the more that we can consult and hear from others' points of view and perspectives is only going to make for a better RAP and the outcomes for the communities that it supports. We can meaningfully engage anyone within the organisation from the perspective of introducing the RAP by building awareness around a culture of inclusivity, making sure that everybody that we are recruiting into the company and we retain in the company are aligned to the values of inclusive behaviours and creating that sense of belonging and a culture that's free from discrimination and harassment. That's probably the primary element. And then it's just about involving ourselves in community and forging relationships inside and outside of work with the Indigenous community and Indigenous-owned companies. And it's also about employment opportunities, so creating really fair and equitable places where people can apply for roles and thrive in an organisation like Frasers.
As we embark on our third Reconciliation Action Plan, and as co-chair of the Frasers Property RAPS Council, I'm looking forward to working with the RAP Council members to achieve the deliverables we've set out in our plan, to build relationships with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, show respect for country and traditional owners of the land that we develop, and create opportunities for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples to participate with Frasers Property. The extended Bunurong country includes several of our industrial development sites and completed estates. I'm proud of the relationships I've formed with the Bunurong people through the Welcome to Country and smoking ceremonies they've conducted to cleanse the land before we begin construction and before our tenants take occupation. In this third Reconciliation Action Plan, we'll continue to maintain our focus on building meaningful relationships with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples and on demonstrating our respect by observing cultural protocols.
Successfully implementing a reconciliation action plan is more than publishing a document or even implementing initiatives on a project. To successfully implement the latest RAP that we have, it could mean to think of reconciliation as a business value so that it becomes part of the way we work and the way we think, and it becomes business as usual for us rather than a separate consideration. At the RAP Council, we try to represent this multifaceted nature of what we do. One of the best things about being in the RAP Council is understanding how these different aspects of developing communities can implement reconciliation in their own part of the business, because it's only once we consider all different angles and perspectives that we can truly embed reconciliation.